Okay, so recording has started. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yes,
Good
so today
afternoon.
we are going to learn about hazard and risk in workplaces, and we are going to dive in straight to what an hazard is. Hazard is something which can cause harm to an individual, equipment, or a property in an organization. And a safety hazard is when there is no enough or sufficient guard or unsafe work condition, which could cause an accident or incident. There are types of hazards. One of them is biological hazard, and you can see from our screen, this is caused by viruses, bacteria, fungi, and parasites. Next is the chemical hazards, and this ranges from all the chemicals we handle at workplaces, and this could cause us harm in the long run if we expose ourselves to chemicals for a long time. Agronomical hazards, these are conditions which exist due to either manufacture process or the way we sit or the repetitive nature of the work or the way we do our work. And this could cause harm to us, especially our physical bodies. Another one is physical hazard, and these exist in terms of noise, vibration, energy, weather, electricity, radiation, and pressure. And that could cause us some harm or more. Physiological hazards, these are basically causes stress to the worker, and these kinds of hazards troubles the individual very much to an extent of affecting his well-being. This is an example of a chart showing what happens in which place and what thing could cause like for example, a knife which always exists in our kitchen can cause you a cut, which could cause you harm. Benzene could cause you leukemia. And asbestos, this sometimes used in roofing. Sometimes they have gloves for this fireman's glove. It exists on it, and which so much handling or with the frequency of using it, you could give yourself the disease which is mentioned here. So I proceed. A risk is a chance or probability that a person can be harmed or an adverse health effect caused by an hazard, and factors which influence to what degree the risk is involved is uh, the frequency at which the person is exposed to these hazards, and also in what manner did you breathe in skin contact, or you just exposed for a short time, and so. And for us to identify and reduce the risk in our workplaces, we need to do a risk assessment. And this is a process where you identify the hazard, analyze or evaluate a risk associated with an hazard, and determine the appropriate way to control or eliminate the hazard. And we proceed, and this is a chart showing the hazard and the measures that could be taken and the risk involved. And as we can all read, I don't think I need to read it aloud. And there are things that occur to our health, like adverse health effects, which it could lead to a body function change and structural cells that could cause a disease which could last a lifetime, or a bodily injury where if you break your leg, you would not be working as you would be, maybe use crutches, a disease which could affect you for a long time. And all these risk, all these hazards could lead to these, even lead to even our kids growing up or having being born with problems. So we look at OSG, which is occupational safety and health indicators, and these are just cross-disciplinary what do you call discipline, which it involves finding ways in which to foster a good, safe working environment and protect you, your family members, other employees, suppliers, and people who are nearby the workplace. And there are several people who should be involved in this. One of them is the management or the employer, who should be concerned with providing the essentials as listed from 1 to 5, where there should be an up-to-date safety, occupational safety and health policy, which exists. There should be also a commitment from them that they provide the employee with which coordinates the safety management activities in an organization. As and we can read, everyone also who is involved at that work, you as an employee, employer, or anybody around the workplaces, they should come to understand how these occupational safety and health policies exist. So I will dive in direct to the signs and symbols, which are always displayed to keep our workplaces and even our people safe. And you could see from there where it shows the first aid, slippery floor, dangerous chemicals. As we know, in our workshop we have water, and also it's good to show that this water is not safe for drinking. Also, the non-smoking sign, which is shown there, what should be worn when you're doing a particular work. And I proceed, these are also showing if your workshop has a controlled environment. You're always told to keep your door closed and all that. Now, all these signs and symbols in the workplaces are present to indicate for us and keep us, indicate various hazards to show us ahead so that we avoid from being harmed or anything. And they have several labels and colors as we have seen above. Now we have come to the end of our lesson today, and I would like to ask a question. From the lesson, who can tell us what an hazard is? From the lesson, who can tell us what an hazard is? Davis? Dorcas? Dorcas? So, as we can see, I will give you the assignment. This is the assignment you're going to do. Identify safety hazards and risk in your college workshop, and ways it can be reduced to or avoided. Yes, Dorcas.
Pardon?
Yes.
Yes.
I am asking about if you could just tell us what you've learned today, or just give us a few definitions of the few things that you've gotten today.
Well,
Yes. Like what an hazard is, what a risk is.
okay. Hello?
Hello, yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
I'm having some network issues.
Oh, it's all right. Anybody else could chip in? Anybody else? Okay.
So, Charles,
Yes.
okay. So, good things. We've learned different things, a variety of things, including the safety.
Yes, Victor. Yes, Gemma.
hazards and the risk involved in a workplace. And among them,
yeah.
Also, you've seen and preventing them, adding people to ensure that they are safe for the workshop activities. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now, here's your assignment. You could take a screenshot, and later I'll share the some notes on this. Thank you for attending the class, and you have a lovely evening. And anybody could leave at their own time. Thank